thrilled because, no, go, please.
Because
well,
no.
any choice
no.
you're gonna make, it always has a consequence, and it's always a risk. So you should choose the right thing first, and not just risk doing the wrong thing and hope no one notices. Just goes with the hard way.
Good answer. And I guess that's why it's called doing the hard thing. I guess that's why the story of Esther I find so intriguing, because so many of us make decisions based on such silly reasons. The reasons why we do things that we do, and the reasons why we don't do things that are asked of us or that we know we should do, is there's such silly reasons. And I think that if we stop and realize that you are where you are for a purpose, you are where you are for a plan, and you are where you are for such a time as this. And it may not look like you want it to look right now. It may not sound like you want it to sound right now. You may have thought at this point in your life you would be somewhere totally different. Or you might have, responsibilities, or you may have certain things as a family, but see, that's the thing, is God's called you for a purpose. And wherever you are right now is preparing you for that plan, for that purpose. Esther grew up in a household with Mordecai. We don't know about her parents, but you know what? She lived with Mordecai for a reason. She lived with him because he was so strong in his faith, and God needed her to be strong in her faith, to have a strong foundation, to have a bold personality. Many things that she learned in the home of someone who was of strong faith and had a bold personality. You are where you are for a reason. And it's not like, okay, so I'm 15, I'm in the 10th grade, and 30 years from now I'm going to know why I was da-da-da-da-da. No. I think God has a plan for you tomorrow. Tomorrow at your school. I think He has a plan for you every day, and all of those plans add up. All of those plans join together, and they will get you to that ultimate place where God is sending you. But I believe with all those little plans that God has along the way, you have got to be strong enough to do the right thing. You've got to be strong enough to do the hard things and not worry about the consequences. In the story of Esther, she sends back to Mordecai and she says, tell our people to pray and fast for the next 3 days. She understood she couldn't do it on her own. She understood that even though she loved God with all of her heart, and even though she had a strong foundation, and even though she had the people who surrounded her loved God and had faith in her, faith beyond the faith that she had in herself, they knew that she could do it. But she knew, I can't do this on my own. So Mordecai, have our people pray. Have our people fast. And God will reveal to me what it is that I'm supposed to do and how I'm supposed to do it. When you have really big decisions to make, you don't have to pray and fast for 3 days before you can make them. But don't try to make them on your own. Don't try to make them on your own. If you are struggling, call a friend that you know is really grounded in their faith. Talk to your parents if you know they're really grounded and you have that kind of relationship with them. Talk to your parents about it. But don't feel like you're standing out there alone. Because to step up and do the hard things, we can't do them alone. And I really don't think God calls us to do them alone. I think He has us join forces. He has someone there to encourage us. Esther had Mordecai. And he didn't just encourage her, but he nudged her. And he pushed her. And she ended up doing the right thing. Ta-da!